So recently there have been a lot of rainstorm and a lot of flood in Detroit, Hamtramck, and Dearborn, Michigan. Um, the reason for basement flood is because the water level outside the house is higher than the house. So this is a typical diagram for the drainage system. But what happened with this old city is they also had drain from the basement because that's just how they had it set up. The drains would be on the floor throughout the basement, and they would be connected, and they would connect straight to the drain line, and that would go in there. In addition to this, I know about the Hamtramck drain system. They also have a trap, just like this trap right here. They also have a trap. So the trap actually looks like this underneath here. So go up and makes a loop and then goes out like that. So this is what it looks like. But that really isn't the big point. The point is when you have the water level outside the house, let's say the drain system is backed up and the water level is either that high or even above ground, what happens is the gravity will push the water back in, and because these points are open, if the water level is to this height, the water will come up and equalize, come out through here and come out through here and go up through the sink. And if it's above the sink, it will go up to the sink, but water will equalize to that level. So if you have 2 foot of water in your basement, if you have 2 feet of water in the basement, that means the water level went up to this level, and the drain system is already filled with storm water and is coming back into your house through these holes that are in the basement. They're supposed to be drained because it doesn't have a one-way valve. That's just how it works. So what I did is I worked with my plumber. I didn't do it myself, lazy. I worked with my plumber and I came up with 2 different systems. And first thing I did is get rid of that. First thing I did is have 2 systems. One in the basement where there's no bathroom, and then another one that has a bathroom. So in the system, first of all, I got rid of the trap. So we did the system called Trap Eliminator that eliminates the trap and makes the system look like this. So instead of having a U shape underneath the ground, this is the ground level, of course, underneath the ground, got rid of it. It looks kind of like this now. So the system that doesn't have a toilet in the basement, all this water is gray water. So you just wash your sink, wash your hand or laundry or whatever. This, and so this will go into the ground. The drains that are coming out of the ground, the drains in the basement, that's just how the houses were made 100 years ago. They come into the ground and they come in and come into a sump pump. So there's a container. This will come in here, and sump pump's nothing new. So it will collect the groundwater that will go in here. I don't know if I should do it in black. Groundwater will go in here. All this water will go in that direction. And then from that point, the pump will pump this water up and feed it somewhere in the middle. So this is a closed system and it has a valve. It has a one-way valve. So water is not going to go back in. It can only go out this way. So water can only go out in that direction. It can't go back down. In addition to that, I have this vent that comes out of here, goes straight outside, and points down a little bit. So what happens is, if the city water level comes up to here, let's say, these are all closed system. This is a closed system. So the water can go up to here inside the pipe. Rest of the house is isolated. And all this groundwater will go into this tank, and the pump, as soon as the tank gets filled up, the pump will pump it in to this drain. And if the water level is this high, it will still keep going this way because the water is coming here. Even if the water is this high, it's still a closed system. The water is not coming out. Now, if the water, if this is clogged, let's say there is a blockage here somewhere, it's completely clogged up, what this pump is going to do, it will pressurize this pipe and the water will come out this way and go outside the house. And these are from this system is the gray water. So there's no anything from the toilet. There's no poop coming out of there. It's just from washing your hand or laundry. It'll pressurize this and it'll come up and go outside the house because this is an open system. So this is what I did on my first, my second house. It's just a sump pump, and the basement can get flooded. And I'll show the video of the exact system and how I have it the plumber, how I had it installed. So this is second house, and I'll show the same thing what I did with the first house. Now this one is a lot more complicated. Same exact system. I got rid of the trap, so it's a trap eliminator system, so the water can only go out this way, and this is a closed line. Now this time there are two pumps, so I'm going to draw the sump pump that only collects the rainwater. So all the outside drainage, there's some outside drainage that comes over here too, but there's a sump pump right here. So imagine this pump is that pump. This pump goes up into here with a one-way valve on it. Use this one. That has no ink. With one-way valve on it. There's a pump in here. So that will just collect all the rainwater. This will collect all the rainwater and pump it out. And then I have another setup. It's a ejector pump. It's a little bit larger container. That will take all the gray water and black water. So all the sink water will come into here. There's a toilet here somewhere, and bunch of showers and whatever in the basement. All of that will drain into here. And actually, right here there's a break. There's a cut right here. I should have erased that. All of this water, all of this goes right in here. Everything from the house goes right in there. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. So all of that goes in here. And then another pipe system. This is not connected, so I'm just going to draw another line. I just realized this is not where it goes. So let's I'm going to start another drawing. It's going to have the same thing. So let's pretend the break is actually right here. This is coming out this way and goes into this tank. So here's my ejector pump tank, and here's my sump pump. This will go here with one-way valve. All the water will come in here, all the drain will come in here, all the toilet, all the drain here, everything comes into this toilet, shower, whatever you want to call it. Everything else goes in through here, goes into the tank, and this tank pumps it into this again with one-way valve. And there's a break here. Pretend I don't know, there's a break right here. The water comes out this way. So what I did is same thing. There's forget about the diagram. I'll show you the real video, video of the pipes. This pipe also goes outside. So if the system is clogged here, if it's completely clogged here, the ejector pump will pump it out through there into this pipe. If it doesn't want to go this way, it will come out this way and go outside. Now you may say, well, that's both gray water and black water. Do you really want that outside? Well, if you had a choice between having that going outside or in your basement, what would you pick? I pick outside. So even if the water is to this level, that level, this is actually a lot higher than the picture shows. Even above ground, my basement will be completely dry. And I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Once again, I'll review all of that. This is a standard house where, by the way, I found this picture on Google. It's a standard house where all the drain goes into the main drain line, and if the water level is higher than the main drain line, it will come inside the house and equalize at the same level as the groundwater, which is not good. This means your basement will get flooded. Second system that doesn't have any toilet in the basement, that has just the gray water, it will go into the sump pump and then pump into the drain line. Drain line does not have any opening until the first floor, which is well above the ground level, and there is an opening for extra water to go outside. So on this one, same thing. If you flush your toilet and the line is already filled, this could go outside. But again, do you want that in your basement or outside? I pick outside. And this is the main system that I have in my basement. The first house, that was the second house. You have your ejector pump, you've got your sump pump, they both go in with the valve. So this one doesn't push into the other pump, this one doesn't push into the other pump. So they're independently controlled, and they will push into this system. Even if the water level is this high, it will still equalize at that level. So it will keep pushing it down on its own. Only time this will come outside is if there's a clog in the system and there's a breakage or something that it can't go in that way, it will come out through the outside. So next I'm going to show, this is the one I canceled. And next I'm going to show how I actually have it done in my house. So you're going to get to see some of the videos of my basement. So this is the basement in my second house, and those are actually not foundation damage. They're some plaster on top of the foundation, but this was water damage from many years ago, before I put the system in here. So basically, here's all the drain coming in. Here's all the drain from the toilet and the shower coming in. All of that goes straight in through here into the ground. And there is no way, even if the water is up to this high, there's no way for that water to come into the basement. These are all from the groundwater, a little bit from all the storm. There was no water build up here. It's just a little bit of water here and there. It's just moisture, not water. The sump pump is underneath here and it's doing a good job. It's going up through here. This one doesn't have a one-way valve because it doesn't need it. Because the reason it doesn't need it is black water comes through here and goes here, and we're putting it on top of that. So sump pump will pump it right through there. And even if the water level is this high, no problem. And if the system is clogged, it'll pump the water outside, and I'll show you. Is it wet? No, it's not. It just looks like that. I'll show you where it goes. So basically, all the pipes go out this way, goes into the ground and straight out. There's no other connection or opening. And all of these drain from the basement, goes into the sump pump, and then sump pump pumps it out. And there's a sink which no one uses. You can see screws and stuff. This sink drain also goes underground and goes into the sump pump. And again, sump pump pumps it in through the drain line, and this way you don't get any water into the basement. And I will show you outside in 1 second. So this is the outside. You can see it comes out through that wall and goes straight down. So if the inside gets filled, this will just spit out through here. Now I'm going to show you the outside of my main house, and looks like the gutter pipe goes in here too. I think that goes into the sump pump. I'm not sure. I think it does, but it doesn't matter either way. It's a closed system anyway. So I'm going to show the outside of my house and then show the inside of my main house. So this is outside of my main house. This small pipe, 2.5 inch, is only for breathing, just for air circulation, because the pump works so fast. It needs the air to go back in so it doesn't create a vacuum inside. And this is, which I have closed right now, this is the pipe I mentioned. This will spit out all the black water and gray water when the system is clogged. And it never really gets clogged. It's just a backup plan. So that's why I have it closed out with vinyl, and I'll do something with it at some point. Ideally, you just put a rubber cap on it, so when the pressure builds up, it just spits out and everything comes out through the side. So let's go inside and take a look. Before I get started, you gotta remember, this is a complicated system and I intentionally did it this way. So I don't want to hear about how stupid the system is or it could have been done better. I don't want to hear it. The reason I have the system done this way is because I have a small bathroom for the kids with a toilet, and that's the kids' playroom in there. And I also have a sauna. What the hell happened there? I also have a sauna that I also made into a shower. So as a shower system, I think I have other videos. Maybe I don't. I'll make some videos. But I have a big shower system, and there's a drain system underneath here, underneath the floor. So I have the drain. This is the gray water. And here's my sauna control here, light switch here, and black water comes from here. I got a tiny little bathroom for the kids, and because I wanted to, I put a shower on here, which no one really uses. It's really useful to wash the whole thing, and everything just washes. This is a stand-up shower. Anyway, now let's go to the drain system. So the pipes I showed you, this is the main one for all the black water. This is just for the air to come in, goes in through here, and this is where it becomes complicated. This pipe is all the house's drain pipe that goes in, and the whole system is behind here. So this is the pipe, the black one right here. This is the pipe that has all the black water from the house that goes into this. This is a sump pump right here. Underneath here is the ejector pump. So as you can see, there's a one-way valve here, one-way valve here. This is where the air comes in, so it doesn't create vacuum because this is a sealed container. And for some reason, if this one doesn't work, the water will come out here, go into the sump pump, it will pump out to the same drain line. And the drain line is there. So again, air comes in, water goes out, black water goes out, gray water goes out with the valve, and it goes up on top, and it makes a couple of loop, and don't worry about why. And it comes in into this pipe. This pipe goes straight out to the city drain system, and there is no opening after this. Completely sealed system. The whole sealed system comes up through here, and this is the pipe I said that will go outside. This contains my warranty for my all the sauna and everything. Anyway, so this will go outside, but as you can see, unless the water level comes up to here, this is completely sealed system, so water can go up here. And all these pipes, this is a power for the sump pump, this is power for the ejector pump, and this is a sensor. Inside my ejector pump there is a float sensor that is attached to this alarm, and this will make sound if the pump fails, and before it overflows it will warn me, and I can do whatever I want to do with it. So this is a very complicated system, but it works very well. I hope that was helpful.